Good morning, preschool friends. How are you? I've got some exciting news today. While I was out exploring in my yard, I found a fairy door. I was able to refill my fairy magic bag with fairy dust. So if you think you need some fairy dust this morning, lean your head in and I can sprinkle some on. This morning I was going to talk about authors. We've been making our own books in school. So this author is Robert Munsch. Look at all the books I have of Robert Munsch. You can write lots of books too. This book is called Smelly Socks. Smelly Socks by Robert Munsch. So Tina went to her grandfather and said, "Can you please take me across the river in your boat? I want to buy some really good socks." "Oh, the motor is not working," said her grandfather. "Row," said Tina. "We can row. I will row and you can sit in the back of the boat." "You will row?" said the grandfather. "Yes," said Tina. "Rowing is easy." So Tina got in the boat and rowed slowly. Splash, 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 and the boat went into circles. Swish, swish, swish. Tina rowed fast. Splash, 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 splash. And the boat went in circles. Swish, 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 swish. "This boat has forgotten how to row," said Tina. "You sit in the back and you tell me what to do," said her grandfather. So Tina sat in the back and she told grandfather how to row. And her grandfather rolled all the way across the river. And then he walked all the way through town to get the sock store. Do you see the sock store? At the store, Tina tried on the socks that were too big, socks that were too little, and the socks were too blue, and socks that were too pink. Tina tried on millions and millions of socks. Finally, she found a perfect pair of red, yellow, and green socks. Then, since it was almost time for dinner, Tina and her grandfather ran back to the boat. And this time, the boat sort of remembered how to row. Tina rowed round and round and round, and still they got to the other side. When they got back, Tina ran home and yelled, "Socks, socks, wonderful socks. These are the best socks I've ever had in my whole life. Grandpa rowed me all the way across the river to get these socks. I am never going to take them off." "Never?" said Tina's mother. "Never," said Tina. "Oh," said her mother. So Tina wore her socks for a long time. She wore them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 whole days. Her mother said, "Tina, I know you love those socks. Just let me wash them really quick. They're starting to smell and you can't got to get them washed." "Socks, socks, wonderful socks," said Tina. "I am never, never going to take these off." After Tina wore her socks for 10 more days, the kids at school said, "Tina, what a smell. You need to change your socks." "Socks, socks, wonderful socks," said Tina. "I am never, 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 never going to take them off." After Tina wore her socks for 10 more days, a whole flock of geese flew over her house and dropped right out of the sky from the smell. 2 moose walked through her yard and they fell over from the smell. The ducks, raccoons, and squirrels, they all fell out and wanted to walk to school. Finally, even a skunk fell over from the smell. Tina's friends decided to do something. They all came to her house. They knocked on her door. Bam, 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 bam. When Tina opened the door, they grabbed her, they carried her to the river, and then they held their noses and they took off her socks. Some of the kids held Tina, and some of the kids washed their socks. Scrub, 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 scrub. All of the fish in the river floated up to the top, and they acted like they were dead. Ooh, that smell must have been really bad. The kids washed some more. Scrub, 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 scrub. All of the beavers ran out of the river and went to live with Tina's grandfather. They washed some more. Scrub, 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 scrub. Far down the river, people said, "How come the river smells like dirty socks?" Finally, the socks were clean. "Wow," said Tina. "They look nicer when they're clean." "Wow," said Tina. "They smell nicer when they're clean." "Wow," said Tina. "They feel nicer when they're clean." Tina put on the socks and said, "I'm going to wear clean socks from now on." The beavers left her father's house and went back to the river. The Canada geese got off the ground and flew away. The fish decided that they were not dead after all, and they jumped in the river and splashed. Tina went to her mom and said, "My socks are nice and clean. I think it would be nice of you to take me to town to get me a new, nice red, yellow, and green shirt. And I promise to wash it." "No," said Tina. "If I wait long enough, the kids at school will wash it for me." Can you make a dirty sock? Just take some paper or cardboard and cut it out and decorate it. You could use your scissors and glue and sparkles. I can't wait to see your dirty, smelly socks. Until I see you again, I wish you well.